Hey guys, let's talk a little bit here about IOTEX. Now I have managed to find a trend line on IOTEX that extends back to March. You can see here that basically the top of the market in middle of March, we have a touch point here. We almost had a touch point here, but didn't quite get that, but we do have a touch point here. And yeah, IOTEX is having an excellent 5 days. This is the daily time frame as you see, but it hasn't managed to break this trend line. So I wouldn't get too excited yet about IOTEX. Now keep in mind this is actually a project I do have, some crypto, but it's not a lot. But yeah, I mean I'm rooting for IOTEX, but yeah, it's just it's got to pass about 5.5 cents to start to get a little bit excited here. Now, I haven't even, marked off any daily or weekly resistances here, but if I'm going to look for a daily, resistance, I think it's going to be somewhere around here. You're going to see a resistance. And let's see, maybe, yeah, basically a daily support would be somewhere around here right now. And let's see if we can find anything else really now. Okay, up here would be probably the next resistance on the daily time frame. And here would be another resistance. Now, if I look at this on the weekly time frame, let's try to identify some weekly resistances here. Now, I'm going to say probably about here's a resistance. Now I got to change this to green because that's what I do. That's how I, keep these separated or let you guys know which type of resistance it's going to be. Now remember, weekly resistances are a little bit harder than dailies to break. So there's another weekly one right there. And I'm going to say probably right here is going to be a weekly resistance. And let's see if there's any support basically. Yeah, I mean, this would be a support. You do have some, support there. Here, it didn't bust through here. So yeah, I'm going to say that's probably a support. Anyways, that's what it looks like with IOTEX right now. Having a good couple of weeks. But I would say IOTEX needs to get above the trend line basically. And really, to get really bullish on it, I'm going to say 6 cents. It's going to need to clear this whole area here. Now, if we look at Bitcoin on daily time frame, you can see it actually yesterday it did manage to blow through these three resistances, which I thought was going to be a little bit harder than what it was. And apparently it wasn't. And right now, today, we're getting an excellent hammer candle. You can see it actually touched this and used it as support. And, that was what, the 62.4 level? And it's working its way back up, guys. So that's a very, very good sign. But you can see that we are stuck under 64 point, let's say 8, basically. So the last couple of days, but we have pushed higher on this wick, so that's a good thing to see. So we do have a little bit higher wick, but we need to get above this, resistance here at 64.8 on the weekly time frame. So we need to hold that for the week. The next daily resistance will be up at about 65.7. So after that, these resistances start to get a little bit wider because we've been down here in the low 60s for a long time. So there's more resistances and supports, but when you get up higher, there's not so many, guys. So anyways, just wanted to show you the CME here. The interest rate cut, what they're expecting, so still 6.7%, chance for cut at the end of the month. But look at September, guys. This really changes, and 91%, almost 92% believe there's going to be at least a quarter point cut. Now, there's 6.6% that believe a half point cut, which, maybe if they want to do like 3/4 points this year, they could do a half. Wait to see what happens. And then in November, after the election, or December, maybe they give us a Christmas cut. and that'll give us, what, 3/4 of a point down. So it may still happen, but let's see, guys. That's good news. I would say September is more than likely, definitely a 1/4 point cut. So anyways, guys, that's all I have about IOTEX right now. IOTEX is one of the bigger pumpers in my bag. Like I said, I don't have a lot of it, but it's not really anything to get excited about until it gets above this trend line and really above 6 cents. So yeah, guys, and that's all I have about Bitcoin too in this video. So thanks a lot. Like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.